major digital transformation within IRCC that I do believe will end up with a better product for IRCC's clients. People seeking to be reunited with families or coming to seek opportunities. And I do believe the movement to a digital transformation within our systems is the right approach.
Minister, that's not what I asked. I was asking you specifically about McKinsey's implication in determining policy for your department. Why is your government allowing McKinsey to make policy decisions instead of public servants?
Ms. Kusie, that is not happening. If there's a specific policy you would like to ask the origins of, I would be happy to give my perspective, but the decisions that I've made have not been made on the basis of McKinsey's direction. I can reassure you that.
That's not what your civil servant said, and that's not what the CBC reported. The same CBC article, Minister, also said the IRCC sources are also critical of McKinsey's possible influence over Canada's immigration targets. Ottawa announced a plan this fall to welcome 500,000 new permanent residents each year by 2025, with an emphasis on fostering economic growth. The target and its state justification follow similar conclusions in the 2016 report of the Advisory Council on Economic Growth, chaired by the then Global Head, Dominic Barton. The Advisory Council recommended a gradual increase in permanent immigration to 450,000 people per year to respond to labour market dynamics. At the time, Canada was accepting about 320,000 permanent residents. John McCallum, the immigration minister at the time, expressed his reservations about the huge figure presented in this report. But one of the sources at IRCC said the department was quickly told that the Advisory Council's report was a foundational plan. So again, why doesn't the department have the capacity or the expertise to set policy around immigration targets rather than the need to be recommended by McKinsey? Again, Minister, it's stated in reporting by the CBC that it is not the Department of Immigration that was setting this policy, it was McKinsey.
Well, with great respect, Ms. Kusie, as the person who sets these policies, I can tell you that I wasn't informed by McKinsey's work and didn't meet with them in my development of this past year's immigration levels plan. As I mentioned during my opening remarks, this is driven by the need for businesses to find workers, to identify the skills that will be necessary to grow the Canadian economy for the next generation, and to make sure we're doing what we can to continue to be a leader on humanitarian issues and reuniting families. The allegation that McKinsey is making decisions around immigration levels policy is false. The truth is that there were two contracts between 2018 and 2020 that were geared towards improvements to the digital processing of cases and movement towards a fully digitized system at IRCC. But it is not a true allegation that McKinsey has somehow been able to set the federal government's immigration.
Then, Minister, you're going against the words of your public servants. You're going against what they are saying to the media. You're going against what the media is reporting. And frankly, after seeing the way your government just voted in the House on C-290, it's not very surprising. It's not surprising. And I see the member who passed the PMB is agreeing with that. This is not surprising, considering the response that we saw from that poor gentleman from Afghanistan in the chamber last week. It's not surprising to me that you're disregarding the words of your public servants. You are also contrasting the words of not only your predecessor, Minister McCallum, you're also contrasting the words of the former finance minister, Bill Morneau, who also said in his book, we developed a number of good ideas and concepts. They included setting immigration targets and expanding the number of scientists available to work on new developments that could either support existing economic activities or inspire new ones. So you're saying one thing, Minister, your public servants, the media, and your predecessors are saying something else.
I don't believe there was a question in that intervention, Mr. Chair. My honest belief is that Canada needs more people. I make this argument at every instance I have in public, including at an event with the Construction Association of Nova Scotia this morning. The reasons we need more people are largely driven by economics and demographics that I am concerned about. With respect, there are many thousands of people who work in the department, the most senior.
They're driven by outside consultants, including McKinsey. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Chair, it's hard to understand.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Minister, I'm afraid that is our time, but I'm sure your colleague will allow you the opportunity. Mr. Jory, for 6 minutes, please.
Thank you.